Join Bob Kolazarik as he welcomes a diverse array of guests to the enlightening talk show, Greetings from the Ashram. In each episode, Bob sits down with experts and practitioners from the world of complementary healing modalities, spirituality, and holistic wellness to delve into the transformative power of these practices. From ancient traditions to cutting-edge therapies, Greetings from the Ashram offers viewers an insightful and uplifting journey into the realms of mind, body, and spirit. So now, please welcome your host, Bob Kolazarik.
Hello, everyone. I am Bob Kolazarik, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Welcome and namaste, everyone. This evening, I welcome Joyce Reyes. She's a former corporate executive who's now living her passion of helping others through the transformative power of pranic healing. Now serving as the executive director of the American Pranic Healers Association and co-owner of Sacred House LA, Joyce shares her story from the high-stakes corporate world to how she has become a beacon of spiritual wellness. She is also a friend of mine. Welcome to the show, Joyce Reyes.
I love it. Atma Namaste. I am Joyce Reyes. I live in sunny Southern California. I am a proud mom of 2 incredible daughters and a grandma of 5 wonderful kiddos. My husband and I share a passion for food. We are avid travelers out for our next adventure. Our last stop was Bhutan in June, and we are aiming for either Singapore or maybe Switzerland is our next stop. So thank you, Bob, for inviting me in your show.
No, thanks for being here. I know we had some technical difficulties last time we tried to get together, but I'm happy you're here. And just so the people know, I mean, we know each other, I don't know, fairly well. We might not have ever really hung out in person together. We've met at a couple of events, a couple different times. But, through our work together with the association, and we'll get into more of that later, we belong to the same healing pod, so we do service together. We see each other and kind of co-lead that pod together with Dawn. And then, of course, our meditation group. So, we know each other very well, and so I do appreciate you being here, and to share your story with my audience, and then talk about what you're doing with Sacred House LA, and then I'd like to get into what's passionate for the both of us, which is the American Pranic Healers Association. So all that being said, you were a corporate person for a long time, and my main question to you, and I always ask of my guests, at what point in your life did the spiritual nature of life kind of get a hold of you? And then how much did that help you navigate the rough waters of the corporate world?
I think I want to answer that in twofold. The first is I grew up in Catholic school. So from kinder all the way to college, educated and trained by nuns and priests. So from a spiritual level and a religious level, I think it's part of me, and that strong belief in God. So from a spiritual nature, it's always been with me. There was a time in my life, I want to say 1995, when my son, 10-year-old AJ, was diagnosed with bone cancer. That was a turning point in my life. And I call it the darkest time, not just in my life, but my family, where it came out of nowhere, surprised us, right? We were just going along with life. Everything was fine. Then bam, you got an illness to deal with. So we gathered ourselves up. We held on to our fate, and we went to go to battle. We had prayer warriors on one side when you talk about spiritual and religious. We had a team in UCLA that was amazing, working on AJ, treating him. And then I met Master Choa Kok Sui. That he was a beacon of healing. I didn't know then what it meant, but it touched us, it touched me, it touched my son, it touched the whole family. And we truly got a taste of pranic healing, up close and personal. AJ did not survive his illness, unfortunately,
Oh,
but
I didn't know that.
he left many lessons, many lessons for us. Um, and I truly remember. So when you say what was the pivotal moment, is it's just giving of yourself. He gave us lessons. Have a forgiving heart and have an understanding and loving heart. And I think that is how I treat others when something like that happens to you.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. I didn't know that about you losing your son, and heart goes out to you and the family. But we do know that we're souls, and we do move on to higher places, and you can take that lesson um, that he gave you and those blessings. So, wow, I don't even know where where to go from
Yeah,
there.
that was a surprise.
That's why I like hanging out with you, Joyce. You always get me laughing. So through the corporate career, before was there a transitional point where like, okay, now it was it recent or how long, till you really started getting more into the pranic healing? And was any you using any of that while you were working? Because I know I have in the past, just getting rid of obstructions and moving forward with projects. I mean, there's a lot of fun. Got some pretty cool stories to tell later, or another time. But anyway, how about you?
All right, so I'll answer it in two ways. So let's start with the corporate world. Full transparency. I have the tools. I know pranic healing, but I was so focused just on corporate and the work that I wasn't paying attention to the tools that will make my life easy. When you're in the mucky muck, you just can't get out and you just go with the flow. So, um, shame on me for not really using pranic healing, but there were certain techniques that I did use, not knowing that that's truly part of the techniques of pranic healing. An example, you know in a very competitive world in the corporate America, everyone is out to get to each other. They're climbing, right? Everyone's climbing. Everyone's better than the other, right? So when I feel myself getting sucked into this negativity and just not in a good place, I usually stop. I do cleansing breaths. So, what is that? Pranic breathing. So, and then take a pause and take a moment to balance myself. Although I wasn't balancing chakras, now I need to know that. But man, had I known and I've been using that technique back then, man, I would be probably COO by that time, right? Just kidding.
No, but you're right. I mean, I talk about it a lot, and just the breathing exercise, the pranic breaths, just the center yourself in a line is so powerful in and of itself. I mean, to me, it's amazing how it just clears your mind. You just focus on your breath, and it just brings you to the present moment. And then that just, even for a few seconds, it's powerful, right?
Yeah. And the other, I think, um, mindset that you forget when you are in this negative environment is, um, positive intent. People don't mean to hurt you, right? But in your mind, oh, they're out to get me. They're out to make me look bad. They're going to make me look bad. So, that we tend to forget. So, taking a moment to pause. And what we've learned in pranic healing is just send loving energy. Love conquers all. It truly softens the hardness in others. And I have seen that, and darn, I wish, when I was in that corporate world and I was going up the roller coaster, and when I'm screaming my head off, it was just an easy send love.
No, I know. I found pranic healing like late in my career, so I didn't use all those tools. And you're right, though, you get stuck in that muckety muck, and you're not centered at all. It's just like a whirlwind of negativity and stress and fighting with everybody. And, you just thank God for pranic healing, because it really was able to help me and our Haddock yoga, shout out for our Haddock yoga too. But yeah, just calmed me, centered me. And I tell you what, I started, I was in the construction business, and it's always dog eat dog, and you're always fighting, always a schedule issue going on, always our fault. Sure it is, but you get ready to go to like an aggressive meeting, and you just send that love out, and it's amazing more times than not how peaceful and calm and the meeting goes with really a nice resolution coming out of it. So it is powerful.
Yep.
So it really is. So you just tell me, I just got to ask, how was the weekend last weekend? I know I'm switching gears here, but you were just in Bovina for Kriya Shakti weekend and higher level courses, higher clairvoyance and things like that. So how was it? Did you have a great time?
Oh my God. It anyone that has not been to Bovina, and Bovina is in upstate New York, it is just a place where I almost say you find yourself, and I find myself there. When we are away from home and we are in a place where we learn, we are with the same group of people that are in that same mindset and in maybe in the same spiritual level, it is so powerful. I still, and then if you want to do a bam, Bob, full moon yesterday, how can you not double up on that energy and power? So I'm still 10 feet above ground. So if you see me kind of like giddy, guess what? It's that energy.
Oh, I get it. I've been to Bovina many times, and I know what you're talking about because everybody is really tapping into their own divinity, really, right? And that energy, that divine energy coming through everybody, and it just the whole place just starts swimming in it because everybody's putting out that kind of energy. So you're just swimming in it across the board, and I've just seen like really cool things happen in that, just magic starts to happen. People need help just magically finds them, just things like that. So, um, did you take any higher clairvoyance classes?
I did, and it's unbelievable. So I see I see things now. I mean, your audience is probably gonna, oh, do. She's
No,
crazy.
no, my audience should expect stuff like that from me by now because I do get into a little bit of the mystical experiences that I've had. So that's not going to be anything new here.
So there's
But I'm not
one.
asking you.
Let me add that there was one new addition to the weekend. There's an acupuncturist from Ecuador, and he's an MD, and he's very powerful, and he came and he treated a lot of us. So I'm
Really?
like, acupuncture, I love it. I have my acupuncture every other week, but his is truly amazing. So the moment he touches you, he knows what's wrong with you. I'm like, okay, wow. And then the moment he starts putting in his needles in places that I didn't think was blocked, I started to see colors. So
Really?
he's blockage. So all of a sudden I'm swimming and I have my eyes closed and I'm going, oh my God, it's green. Oh my God, it's purple. And he goes to my feet and I said, oh my God, it's purple. So every everyone had a different experience with him, but I think he's a good addition to
No, that sounds
just,
awesome.
it
No,
was awesome.
let's pick that up again on the other side of the break. I do have to take a quick commercial break. I'm Bob Kolazarek, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. We'll be right back.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarek, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Back with my friend Joyce Reyes from lovely Los Angeles, California. Where exactly
Yeah,
are you?
Southern California, LA. Yep.
LA. You know, I used to live in LA area for a while, but that's a story for another time, and I was a much younger man, so much different experience. But anyway, before the break, we were talking about acupuncture, and you know I love acupuncture, and I know you do too. I mean, it's just one of those things like where I've been like depleted, and you know, even when I was doing pranic healing early on, you know, the energy body just wasn't really strong. But I'd go in for a session, and man, I would feel right as rain coming out of there. But what you're talking about is like a different level.
It's a totally different level. I don't know if it's pranic healing infused, but or it could be he's just has the gift to allow truly the flow of energy. And I think each one that had a session with him had a different experience depending on what they needed. So your needs were absolutely met. So we want him back in the next October session, and I bet you people will come for in line to get more of him.
Yeah, I'm there. No, that sounds awesome. I mean, he sounds like he's intuitive and just like a super healer, which is awesome. And I'm not surprised, you know. Plus, I think things get amplified being in Bovina, in that divine energy that we're talking about. And everybody has that willingness to just, and that intention to just let it go and just basically leave it all on the floor, you know, just take it out of me. And
Can I share one of the experience that it's never happened to me before. So one of our exercise during the higher clairvoyance class, and I don't know if we can say it, but I'll say it anyways. It's just looking at a rose, you know, staring at a rose and looking at communicating with that rose. It started breathing. I could see it breathing. Have you ever had that experience, Bob?
not with a rose, but I've been sucked into some sunflowers before, you know.
But it's like I could see, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's happening here, but I could see it breathing and actually closing and opening. Unbelievable. So maybe
Yeah.
that's your sunflower experience. Mine was a rose.
Well, it wasn't at higher clairvoyance though, but sunflowers make your heart expand, right?
Yeah.
And I was at I don't know, a supermarket, and I'm walking by, and there's just sunflowers there, and I just was looking at them, and then I was just looking at them for I don't even know how long. I'm like, wow, that was just amazing. But no, the higher clairvoyance stuff is awesome. It's cool. And, it's just one of the fun things to me. It's a great weekend about being in pranic healing and orthotic yoga. You're building up your clairvoyance. You're working on your intuition. And clairvoyance and intuition is going to lead us into the next thing I want to explore with you, and that's your business, Sacred House LA. Kind of, I know there's a intuitive component to that. So, but, tell us about what you're doing there.
Yeah. So my daughter and I, early this year, to support pranic healing as a profession, the world is changing, Bob. There's more acceptance of other modalities now because the world needs healing. It truly needs healing, and pranic healing is on its way to be a great approach, for people to accept, and it becomes one of the professions and maybe a vocation for others. So we set up Sacred House LA. Our focus is a little bit different. This is good because we tag team. Adrian, my daughter, focuses on clutter clearing and pranic feng shui. We all have clutter, right? Look at us. I don't know
I,
why.
I hear you.
So, and in terms of clutter, it's not just the physical around us, all the books, all the shoes, all the clothes. It's truly removing blockages that inhibits us from letting go. There's opportunity for opening ourselves for more blessings. We just don't do it. So she's focusing on that. And over the weekend was a review of Pranic Feng Shui. Hey, why not incorporate that, right? North, south, east, west. Where does your head face when you're sleeping, Bob?
I
um,
know.
and then
Um,
go ahead.
no, no, I wasn't going to get too much into the specifics myself of the pranic feng shui, but I can tell you my door is in the proper position, and when I'm meditating, I am also in the facing east, in the right direction.
Awesome. So when you see me during our meditation and I'm facing a little bit awkward, I wasn't facing the right way. So my back probably will be with the camera when we're meditating. She's partnered with my daughter, also partnered with a sound bath practitioner. There's a lot to be said about sound bath healing and pranic healing combined. It's actually quite powerful. And then we have the Twin Heart Sunday. It's our community service. It's our service to the community where we do our meditation. And there's themes every Sunday. It could be just self healing, it could be pet healing, it could be focusing on your home cleaning, it could be office cleaning, whatever is the right, I'm going to say, flavor of the Sunday. That's what we use as the theme. And then for me, what I focus on is helping clients to their golden years. My experience has been when I retired, I was happy to retire. Hey, it's going to be Netflix all the time. It's going to be Saturday the whole week. You're going to take naps. You're not going to do anything. After 4 months, you kind of go, hmm, hmm, what else, right? So, finding your purpose at the chapter in your life when you're retired is so important. And I'm finding a lot of my peers that's been in this rat race, in this 60-hour work week, that all of a sudden stops. Then they go, now what? And I'm starting to create workshops just to help them do that. And also, there's the stressed out executives. I just want to share. I got a call from one of the vice presidents in one of the bigger plants in the West region. And she goes, I'm shaking. I'm going to the boardroom. I'm never like this. I'm presenting to the CEO. Talk to me. And I said, okay, let's do breathing exercises. I don't tell her panic because then she'll say panic. She'll probably say, why do you want to do panic breathing? So we did the breathing exercises and we did just like a 5 minute meditation, so quick because with executives, you barely have 5 or 10 minutes to get their attention, right? And it prepared her. And I said, you know what? Put your hands, send out forgiveness, send out love, and just be ready and calm. And the first thing she said, they're going to attack me. I know they're going to attack me. I said, just shield yourself. And I shielded her. And then I said, go. A couple of hours after she goes, what'd you do? I said, nothing. You did your breathing and that's it. She goes, they were out to attack me, but you know what? I didn't panic. I took it well. And they were surprised that I didn't attack them back. So there is opportunities within the corporate world with stressed out executives.
Well, I can see that pretty much anybody in the corporate world needs it. But I mean, you have a lot of contacts, but to me, I don't know. Like, I've come out as a professional pranic healer. I host this show. So, like, my corporate people, they've kind of like, I don't know about this guy anymore. We don't want him talking about elevators with us. But I tell you, they can all use it. Um, so, how do you bridge that gap or get there with them? A lot of them just are not receptive to it. And that's me speaking from my own personal experience.
Right. So all you need is I have this team and they're all stressed out. And when I say team, my ex team, right? And they have all these targets they need to meet for savings. And I got a call from the vice president and I said, I can help your team. We can have like a mini session. And she goes, what's a mini session? 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long you want. So when you're asking me, how can we, maybe the word is get ourselves into the corporate world for acceptance? It truly is getting the right contacts, having the right time, and having the acceptance to just say, you don't want to call it meditation because depending on the companies, some are open to meditation, some are maybe not open to prayers, but meditation definitely. And some are just open to breathing exercises. The good thing is the company that I was in before is open. The CEO of Blue Shield of California is very open to meditation, very open to holistic medicine, and has actually opened up some of the preventative benefits for that. So it will come as other companies sees the value of helping their employees with just calming and having them not stressed out. I would pay good money if I'm the CEO to have my employees happy.
And once they start having success with it, right, then I think the word will help. That will help spread the word out more. But we're also going to be talking about the American Pranic Healers Association coming up. So that's I think that's going to really be a big boost to all of us as professional pranic healers. So we are going to pick up on that on the other side of the break. I am Bob Kolazarik. You're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. We'll be right back.
Did you know that Your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating. Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like it was almost instant, like I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic on the BBM Global Network, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarik, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Back with Joyce Reyes, Executive Director of the American Pranic Healers Association. Now, you said, after you retired, you were looking for something to do. So, in addition to starting your company, your business, you're now the Executive Director of AFA. So, how amazing is that? Oh, you're muted, Joyce. Sorry. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, while she's working on getting her mic back on, I could tell you, I was the operations manager for the American Pranic Healers Association from basically day one. As we started building the organization, just had our first year anniversary, and September 5th or September 1 of this year, we had our anniversary. Joyce came on, I don't know, maybe it was a few months before that, and with her leadership and the team that we had in place, I tell you what, we really just hit the ground running. You back? No, not back. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, Christian, let's go to standby for 1 sec. Hey, thanks for standing by, everybody. I didn't want to steal Joyce's thunder. I know she's excited about the association, so uh, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about the technology. Sometimes fat fingers here, you press something, you go, oops, was that it? So sorry about that. So, American Pranic Healers Association, Bob, we are partners in crime. So I have to thank you Thank you. Thank you. We had so much fun. So in June, when I joined, there was about 102 members, right, Bob? And we infused a lot of energy, right? We kind of turned the boat around a little bit, did a little bit of tweaking, and as of by the end of this month, we will have exceeded 500 members.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations on that. I know we have a beautiful team there too. Um, a lot of people just really want to help make this association work for Master Choa's vision to have an association in basically every country. And I know the United States is working forefront. And we have global members now, right? We have interpreters and everything on the team. I mean, I would not have imagined that on day one, but yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to witness, you know.
Absolutely. And we are jump starting our events. I think most of our members want to feel and see the masters. When I say feel, when you're with the masters on a call or on a presentation, you actually see and feel what they're talking about. So this October, we are actually going to have Master Marilag spend an hour on consecrating and cleaning crystals. So you've got to be there, Bob. How wonderful it is to have the Queen of Crystals come and help us out, right?
Yeah, well, thanks for the reminder. When is that? I have to look at the events tab, but yeah, I want to sit in on that.
October 28th, I want to say at 7 or 8 p.m. And then Master Glenn has scheduled on Monday, October 21st, self healing. It is amazing. As a
Oh,
healer,
I registered for that one
perfect, perfect. As a healer, who is the last one that we heal?
ourselves.
Ourselves. And what is the last one that we clean? Our crystals, right? So we help others, but we don't help ourselves. What's up with that? So hopefully the members join and register for services because they've asked for benefits. This is their benefit for them to help them out, not just gathering together as a group, but also taking the time for them, for themselves.
100% agree, and that's to me a big part of what the community is all about. You know, I benefit from the community all the time. Like I was saying earlier, you know, we heal together, right? We have our healing group, we have our meditation group, and
Mhm.
you know, if it wasn't for that, you know, especially the meditation group for me, that's like my anchor. You know, that just really anchors me. And it'll be 4 years next week that I've been in this group, and very consistent, and it's just a beautiful thing. And but we have a community of people that do that, and that's amazing. And like I said, especially as a professional pranic healer, you know, I would just have to say you need to be a part of the community, you know, and engage, you know, learn and grow together.
And one of the things I want to add that one of the things that us we want to um, what's the word that I want to use? We want to encourage our members is to become certified pranic healers. If we elevate pranic healing as a profession, we also need to align ourselves, our skills, and a certification and being certified truly raises your level of skill level and also your credibility as you look for clients and make pranic healing as your business.
And which I have, which is why I went through the certification programs. I did the associate certified pranic healer, I did the certified pranic healer, and certified pranic psychotherapist. Because to me, that's invested in myself and invested in my chosen profession, which, 5 years ago, when I had known this was my chosen profession, no. But here we are. And, but that leads to what we were talking about before. As we grow the association and we come together and support one another, and we have the certifications in this professional level, then the companies are going to start taking more
Absolutely.
notice, right? And then
Right.
hopefully, I don't know if flexible spending. You were talking about flexible spending, um, can cover some of these costs too, maybe with energy healing and such.
It should cover flexible spending accounts should be able to cover that. So I'm glad you touched on that topic because one of the thoughts that I have, and I'm that's one of my Kriya Shakti. And Kriya Shakti for anyone is you manifest your goals. Is I am in this path of helping pranic healing be looked at as a payable service for the health insurance companies. It is going to be a lot of work um, in the US, but there are ways where we can pave the way in other countries that we would do that. And then proof of concept that would just fall into place with the right time, with the right contacts, and truly with the right experience and with the right guidance. It is doable. And it is the right time to do it.
Yeah, it's the perfect time to do it. But the system of pranic healing is just so amazing. I'm a product of the system, right? I mean, talk about the standardization of the teaching. So for
Mhm.
every class you take, um, people are taught to teach it the same way, and you have to be a licensed instructor to teach any pranic healing course, right?
Yep. And the protocols are fully documented. And we have the review classes. So if you feel that, hey, I haven't been to class and I need to review, guess what? There's back to basic sessions, there's book reading, there's all this opportunity for you to hone in and keep developing your skills.
I don't know how many times I'll read the book or take a review class, but there's always a nugget that you missed. I'm like, how did I miss that before? So, but that's, staying fresh, staying engaged. We have the healing pods that, anybody that joined pranic healing, you take your first basic pranic healing course, come into a pod, find a group to heal with, because that is such great training and learning, and I've been in the healing pod since the beginning of when COVID came out. It's been over 4 years,
Right.
but I still show up, as I hit and miss a little bit, but I still love the service aspect of it. And, you're always learning and helping other people to learn. And, I love it.
I know. And it validates, especially the scanning. Scanning is so hard,
That is true. That is so true.
if I can get anything out of the healing pods, it's like, oh, I scanned this. Do you, Bob? And you go, oh, yeah. So exciting.
I remember going through like the early certification programs, and Kim Sire was my mentor. She's wonderful. She's a dear friend. She's a soul sister of mine for sure. Um, but I wasn't scanning well, and everybody lacks confidence at the beginning. And she was just like, you know what, guys, this is really taking a little too long by now. Chop chop, let's get her done. But I thought I'd never be able to scan, but now I think I'm pretty good at it. But it's taken me 5+ years to kind of get dialed into it as well as I think I have. But yeah, but these are the things that you learn and you grow from by participating and being part of the community. But to have that community again, I just want to say is we have a force of people, like-minded people that can't be dismissed, right? And
Right.
then you get a lot of positive results with your clientele. And so, the time is now, and it's time to. And that part of the mission of my show is to help spread complementary healing modalities, such and everybody knows I'm a pranic healer, so it's I get excited talking about it. Sorry, I'm talking too much. You got it?
No. That's what Master Choa says, right? In pranic healing, we we extend and we look at expanding his teachings. And what did we say? One pranic healer per home. And it may take a little bit longer, but guess what? It is happening. It is happening.
It is. Um, so, how many global members are in the association now? I know we're starting to. You had texted me, and I can't remember. I don't have the list in front of me, but we got a lot of countries represented, right?
Yep. So we have from UK, Chile, Ecuador. We've got a couple from Lebanon. So I actually reached out to them to just say, "How are you doing?" And good thing is they're in a good place. India, and throughout the US. And of course, we have Canada. Did I say UK, Netherlands? I can keep going. But we did extend our footprint internationally, and we have more members or registering new members registering. So as they find out more about our events, as they find out more about the value. Oh, by the way, our November event is our first social cafe. So social cafe was introduced by one of our very smart Amy, who said, let's, instead of talking about just talk, let's have coffee and talk about the world. And we said, let's talk about pranic healing businesses. Everyone is excited to do that. So the theme in November 8th is finding your niche. Bob, you're an excellent podcaster, you're an excellent speaker, you reach out to people through technology, but there's others that maybe their niche is writing a book, or maybe their niche is coaching one on one, or maybe their niche is just going to events and healing. So how do you find where you fit and where your skills is going to be used for the better? So that is our first theme, and we're already thinking about our December theme, what that would be. So excited to expand our social cafes, kick it off first, and then keep expanding it.
No, it's exciting. I, I love the social cafe idea. I was there when Amy brought it up, and it's networking, blah blah blah. It's like, why don't we do something called social cafe? And that just sounds so pleasant. And I loved it from the get go. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But this is about all the time we have. I'm going to put up a slide for people to contact you. Um, can you? That's a little blurry to me. Can you tell us your website and then your email?
www.sacredhousela.com and Joyce at sacredhousela.com. There you go. It looks good.
Perfect. Thanks, Christian. I think Christian's working on my graphics there. But thank you for coming on and sharing your story and what you're doing, and update me on that American Pranic Healers Association. Just blessed to be a part of that. So I will be seeing you soon. I have to take a commercial break. I'm Bob Kolazark, and you're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. Be right back.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness: Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them. We discover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies. Find settings that allow them to be the most productive and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Listen to John Hawkins' My Strategy, Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network and TuneIn Radio. What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense Radio Show with host Dr. Broderick, Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave Media Network and TuneIn Radio. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Kolazarek. You're watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I just want to thank Joyce for coming on the show with me today. She's just a lot of fun to work with. I don't know if it was clear, but I did step back out of the American Pranic Healers Association recently. Has grown to the point where I can no longer kind of focus on that and then focus on the show and my business to the degree that I want and or need to. So still very much a member of the association, a professional pranic healer, and can't speak enough of the community, the standardization of the teachings, the certification programs, the ongoing support. We didn't even talk about the business development accelerator program that's part of the pranic healing as a profession initiative. So I did have Marianne Chung and Jenny Lai from the Business Development Accelerator back on in episode 6. So they're stellar as always, and they run that program for people that want to get out and jumpstart their pranic healing business. So a lot of experience from those two. So I would encourage people to catch episode 6 and check that out. I don't really have a lot to say in closing, but if anything, I would just want to say that the Pranic healing as a profession initiative is really opening up opportunities for everybody. People are being more aware, experimenting with new things. I would just say give it a try. I mean, we're in 120 countries for a reason, and there's thousands and thousands of people practicing every day. And then you have the spiritual arm of Arhatic Yoga, which we didn't even talk about, which is really, to me, the best self-help coaching that you could get when you really just start working on yourself. And of course, that's an important part of any energy healer. As you continue to heal your energy body and increase that flow of energy, your energy body gets stronger and you become a more powerful, stronger healer. So to me, the Arhatic Yoga practice is just as important as the pranic healing in terms of making yourself a better healer. So that's really all I got for today. I just, I'm excited about pranic healing as a profession. I'm excited about that global community that's coming together. It's just going to make us more reputable across the board, and there's been so many pranic healers on this show. You could just go through my catalog list and then find many of them. And, I'm not even saying come see me as the pranic healer. You could pick any pranic healer, and especially a certified pranic healer, and know they've been trained well and have documented cases behind them. reviewed with the mentor and signed off ultimately by Master Glenn. So I love it. It's what I do, and I'm glad I have this show and this platform to help people become more aware of it. And it's so powerful. Next week, I am going to have another solo show, and I have some audio clips from a case study that I did, and it's very powerful. And you're going to hear what carrying childhood trauma for 50 years sounds like, and then when you're ready to let go of it. So it's going to be powerful. I can't listen to the first clip without just tearing up every time. It just gets me. So hopefully you tune in for that. I'm telling you, it is going to be powerful. So that's all I got for tonight. I am Bob Kolazarik, and you've been watching Greetings from the Ashram, streaming live on the Bold Brave TV network. I will see you next week. Namaste, everyone. Have a great weekend.
This has been Greetings from the Ashram with host Bob Kolazarik. Through meaningful conversations and practical insights, this show invites you to explore the endless possibilities for personal growth, healing, and spiritual awakening. Tune in each week to discover how these practices can bring balance and harmony to your life, making it a true journey of self-discovery. Fridays, 7 p.m. on the Bold Brave TV network.